200-990-96. AM 1470 with more of what you need to know. Don't miss Travelers 411 with Stephanie Abrams each Sunday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1470 WNN.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Go to your app store and download the WNN app on your Android or iPhone and never miss a Talk 1470 minute.
Ready, set, ride. Remember when you were a kid and riding a bike was pure fun? It's time to rediscover that carefree feeling again with a Pedego electric bike. Pedego is the #1 brand of electric bikes in America because with Pedego, we put you and the customer service first. Pedego electric bikes are universally fun for all ages. Choose to pedal for exercise or throttle for full assist. Give Pedego Fort Lauderdale a call or stop in for a free bike ride. 954-652-1823. Come as you are and try a Pedego today, where our motto is Hello Fun. 954-652-1823. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. AMP2.TV presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP2.TV. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Hello, and welcome to Tell Us Your Biz. My name is Tom Hibbert. I'm your host for today. We have a fantastic show for us. And let's just get into it today. My first guest is Lavander Archer with the SoFlo guy. How you doing today, Lavander?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming in. It's a little crazy and a little crazy meeting up with you again for a while. I haven't seen you in a while, and
it's been a while. I mean, we used to network together all the time, and now things are picking up. Thanks to all your networking help. I mean, I've gained a lot of business, so it's so good to be here with you today.
Well, yeah, let me explain a little bit about what I do first. I sit down with businesses and I help them network, and as you know, I created SoFlo Mixers that it's all based around relationship networking, all about building relationships in networking and growing each other's businesses. Because as you know, Lavander, it's with business. It's all about the connections. It's all about who you know, what you know, that kind of thing.
That's right.
And it's pretty tough. But why don't you explain a little bit about SoFlo Guy and what you're doing for the community to help them out?
Oh, thank you so much, Tom. So the SoFlo Guy, I take care of everything that you don't want to do, can't do, or don't have time to do. I'm a personal assistant. I work with the residential community as well as the business community, mainly with grocery shopping, errand services, dry clean pickup, house sitting, pet sitting, anything that you can use in your life, extra hands to help you reduce stress and not be so overwhelmed with the day-to-day. And I also work with, like I said, the business community as well with administrative back office work, social media, website, bookkeeping, anything that businesses need help with to stay productive and efficient, to optimize their time in their business so that they're not spinning their wheels, burning out their time or themselves to be more productive in their business.
Well, I mean, that was a mouthful. That was a lot. Let's break that down just a little bit about just like segment by segment.
Sure, let's dissect that.
So what would you say your #1 feature of your business is?
So the #1 feature of my business, a lot of people, especially in the business community, needs help with promotional marketing. So a lot of marketing, whether it be designing flyers or web content or, they have an event coming up and they need to get the word out and help promoting. I help them with that in their business. On the residential side, I do a lot of grocery shopping. I do house sitting, a lot of the personal errand stuff so people can function throughout the day and not feel so stressed.
Wow. What really got you into this? Because it seems like you're like a jack of all trades, and you're just helping out your services for people and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because I do so much. And what got me into this was, at first and foremost, the love of helping people. I love people. I love working with people. I love to be able to solve problems and be a solution for a lot of people. And what really came about was my skills and expertise and things that I've had picked up along the way from prior career experience or things I've learned through, school and stuff like that.
Well, what did you do before this?
Before this, my actually last job I had before I entered the entrepreneurial world, was I was an account specialist for GE in their lighting division.
Oh, wow.
So I did like a plethora of, customer service, receiving, accounts receivable, accounts payable. Like, it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like that was a big deal there.
Right. And on top of that, I mean, I've always, taken initiative. I've always been a part of like a leadership role inside of every business that I've been a part of. So I was a part of their health initiative. So I'm a big health and wellness component as well. I love health and wellness. So, and being, promoting that lifestyle. So, and I do a lot of that within my business as well too.
Now, do you do any events for health and wellness for your clients or anything like that, or what do you do in that regard?
So, as far as events are concerned, I work with a community called Rooster. They're a marketing tech company that actually helps promote my business, as well as many other service providers and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs inside the business community. And we work together with a number of health and wellness coaches, personal trainers, massage therapists, conscious mind healers. I mean, you name it, we got it. And anytime that we put on an event as a community, we all come together with our services, and we all perform together as one.
Oh, that's really awesome. That's really awesome. Going back to where you were in the beginning and stuff, what brought you into doing this? Like, because I know you just moved down here. You haven't always been the SoFlo guy. You had you were in other places and stuff like that. Where were you before, and what brought you down here and that kind of thing?
So the move to Florida, I came from Virginia. I've been here for a year now, operating as a SoFlo guy, and prior to that, I was in Virginia running my business part-time with my sister as my business partner. Mm-hmm. And she actually came to me with the idea. She was like, what are we good at? What are we really good at? We both wanted to, work for ourselves, and, we just had that drive and passion to be our own boss and to make a difference and a change in the world by helping people. And, we sat down, we brainstormed everything that we were really good at. We found out we were really strong leaders. We loved helping people. We had, customer service background. We had management background. And, we ran a nonprofit prior to this as well, too. And we were like, why not concierge? Like, why not, enter the concierge industry and really, like, help people? Mm-hmm. And, that whole conversation that, we had that day really, like, was mind-blowing, like, and changing for me. Like, that really changed my whole, like, way of like looking at things and kind of creating more of a purpose and a mission for myself in the world. So that's where that all started. And then shifting here to South Florida, I prospected the market here, and it was just perfect. And who doesn't love sunny South Florida?
No, it's beautiful down here, and it definitely.
Right.
And you said you were in Virginia before, so
exactly. Like, I don't want to be in the snow right now. Like, I call home and it's like, hey, what's the weather like? They're like, snow. Okay, I'm going to stay in the sunshine.
Yeah, that's what's called. So, is your business still running in Virginia as well with your sister? Because that sounds really cool.
Yes. So we are operable both in Virginia and in South Florida. Right now, it's mainly the Northern Virginia, Alexandria, Fairfax, D.C., Maryland area that we operate there, and then I run the business here in South Florida.
What is it like working with your sister, though? Because I know if I worked with some of my sisters, I have a big family. If I worked with some of my sisters, it wouldn't end up being so pretty.
It's so funny because everyone, when they hear us or they see us together, like, you went into business with your sister? what are you, crazy? And I was like, yeah, but I was like, we get along. Like, we work together pretty well. So, like, we really balance each other out. Where, you know, I may be like the more ideas like type of guy that like, hey, let's try this, this, and that. And she's like the logical, like, let me poke holes in it type. And like, so we really balance each other out with our whole like approach and everything to business. So it's awesome to have that like other half in mindset to kind of bounce ideas and everything off of.
Well, I mean, with you, if it is what you say it is, which I'm sure it is, with the ability to have somebody that's as close to you, that has known you your whole life, to be able to give yourself a professional give and take with each other,
right?
It probably creates a better product.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because, like you said, I mean, if you're probably a pie in the sky guy, like you said, and like you're always thinking of the ideas, and then she's bringing you back down to reality sometimes. And
yeah. Like, she keeps me grounded. So it's like, all right, well, we can do this, but we got to take these steps first. Like, let's think about this.
No, it's a big deal. It's a big thing. What do you got going on? What do you got going on now? What kind of anything special you got going on for people and anything along those lines?
Well, I've been launching my grocery shopping service. So that's been like the really big thing that I have going on right now, where actually, I mean, anybody just shop at, you know, any grocer that you want me to, and you have that, you know, shop delivered and stocked for you, you know, all at a great affordable price. And that's the thing about my service. Everything is really affordable. So my grocery shopping service is something I've been launching recently. I've actually just I just started doing some more web development and social media as well for businesses. So I've launched that as well to on a larger platform, so I can actually work with larger businesses as well too. Because a lot of the work I do is with small businesses and solopreneurs and service providers. So now I'm creating actually a process as well for larger businesses to actually step into that space as well too. So
that sounds really awesome. How long so with the grocery store, with the grocery service and stuff like that, like, you go to anyone, will you do like the extreme couponing for people if they had it, that kind of thing? Or
I will shop the best deals for you. I will coupon. I will make sure you get a saving. Basically, you give me your grocery list and I shop it for you. So, I mean, only thing you're paying for is, you know, just the fee for the delivery and the service and the actual cost of your groceries, and you call it a day, and you know you're good. You get off of work and they're there for you.
And then you said that you're going to stock it. So
and I stock it for you too.
So you're gonna go into somebody's house and
oh yeah, a lot of my clients, you know, at first it's kind of like, all right, thanks for the groceries, but then, like, you know, you build a relationship with them, and it's like, you know, you just come right on in and you just put it away, you know, where everything goes after, you know, a while. And I mean, they love it. So it's easy, it's clean, and you know, it saves them time in the hassle from being stressed out. A lot of people want to actually like cook more and eat healthier or eat clean, but they don't really get a chance to do it because they're so stressed and they're so overwhelmed from, you know, working, you know, throughout the day at 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, and they don't really have time to grocery shop, or they find time to grocery shop, but then they don't really feel like cooking afterwards. So that's where my services becomes like really important for them, Matt. So they love that.
No, that's fantastic. It's a big thing. And being that you've been down here now for a year and stuff, how have you been able to grow your business? Because I met you when you literally first moved down here. You had 1 or 2 clients at the most, and everything else. How did you really build your business down here in South Florida? What did you do?
The power of networking and social media. I never invested into any big marketing companies to, you know, push my product or push my service or to help grow my brand, but I made sure I was really involved in the community. When I first moved here, I joined the Delray Chamber of Commerce, which led me to another networking community called Rooster, which led me to some more awesome people that led to yourself, Tom, and your networking events that you help you know, put on, and being a part of that. And from there, it's been a lot of word of mouth and, you know, just blasting on social media, taking advantage of you know, the tools that I had in front of me that were you know, that were free actually. So I mean, there's a lot that you can do, you know, without breaking the bank. But when you want to go to that next level and you really want to up level your business, you pay for it. But I mean, there's so much that that's available, that's out there to really market yourself and to build your brand. So I mean, I was at a lot of networking events, talking to a lot of people, asking for a lot of referrals, just pushing out there, what I do, my business, and and it's really about helping people. So people really like that concept, and like that whole genuine attitude that I was really here to make a change and really help people kind of reduce stress and to kind of make their lives easier.
No, that's fantastic. One of the things that with all the networking events that I've been to and that I've done, and in general with all the different networking and marketing that I've done for people as well, it seems like people want to do things like to just buy something or do something where all of a sudden all the customers come to them, all the people come to them, and then it's just you flip the switch and all you have to do is pay for the switch and you buy the switch and that's it. But it's a lot harder than that. The like you say it right now with a giant smile on your face.
Oh man!
And you say it. It just comes so easily. Well, all I did was I went out and I networked and I grew relationships and everything else. But explain that. Go a little deeper in that process because it's a little bit more than that.
It is. It's a lot of hard work. Like running a business, I will tell nobody, it is not easy. It's fun. It's a roller coaster, right?
If you like what you're doing, it's fun.
If you like what you're doing, it can be very fun, and it's a lot of ups and downs, and eventually you get used to it and you realize that's just a part of the process. But when you're passionate about something, it's no longer work; it just becomes living out your calling. But yeah, I mean, for me, I moved here February of last year, and I didn't get my first client until that following May. And even that, like I said, I had to join the Chamber of Commerce. I was getting up early mornings, and I moved here by myself, not knowing a single soul. I didn't know anybody.
That's like the scariest way of going about it.
So I didn't have anybody to go to any events or anything with me, or to kind of walk hand in hand to kind of break the ice or anything like that. It was really just, hey, this is a fresh start, and I'm just going to do whatever it takes. And so I was getting up early mornings, going to networking events, planning out. And that was the thing, scheduling out all these different networking events that I can go to.
Like how many, in the start, how many would you go to, let's say, in a week?
In a week? Probably at least 6 or 7. So
so how many people would you be seeing at those 6 or 7, you think?
You would probably see well over 100 or 200 so people. And then as I got more involved into certain events, I mean, you start seeing, at least 500 to 1,000 people just because you started going to bigger events and you start,
I hate to also bring this up because this is the bad side of network, not the bad side, but the hardest part that we talk about. What kind of results did you see between seeing those 100 people and 500 people and stuff like that?
You learn a little bit about networking, who to speak to, and because you want to talk to everybody because the more people who hear about your business, that's more eyes and more opportunities for leads. But you realize that you can't speak to everyone, and you kind of learn how to work the crowd and how to really focus your attention and your time on who's really going to help get you to that next level. So there's all these little tricks, that I've learned along the way about actually being more of a listener and networking than to just pitch and talk about myself. That actually helped out a lot. And that actually helped me grab a lot of business quicker because then I was building relationship along the way. So.
Well, I mean, you did that with me. One of the first things that you did was you literally did what you said for me and and SoFlo. I attribute a lot of what you've done to a lot of success that SoFlo is now gaining a year and a half later. And it's not just you. I mean, the same concept, the same thing that you just said. You want to work with people that are like-minded, that want to help you help them.
Exactly.
Because that's what small business is all about now. In order to grow anywhere, and something that you've done successfully, is you need to be able to build a strong relationship and with real people, Because one of the things that you find at networking events, or really just anywhere, that doesn't matter what kind of sales lead it is or anything else, you got people that are full of it sometimes.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, let's do this, let's get this together, let's move on, and then all of a sudden you come to them and you try to push the buttons, or you push the needle a little bit, and then all of a sudden they're not there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who, you find in networking that have no foundation really, and it's like you said, when you really get ready to push forward, and it's like they're already falling apart. It's like, well, I thought you're ready for this type thing. Like, I'm here, I'm ready to go. So you really do. You have to find those people who are just as hungry and ambitious, and not necessarily just about the bottom dollar, but about purpose and mission and change. So
I think that statement is the most important part. Whenever you're working with somebody, you have to be working with somebody that has a purpose in their business, that has a purpose in what they're doing this for a reason. They're doing
Absolutely.
this for a purpose, because money comes and goes.
Right.
And although money is a great way to attract people and a great way to what's called, I found if the work gets too tedious or the work gets too hard, people go ahead and they start saying, "Oh well, the money's good, but I'd rather do this or I'd rather do that," and then they'll take less money to not invest in their business or not invest in themselves and stuff along those lines. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Talking about the purpose, why do you do what you do? Why do you get up every morning, go ahead and get people's groceries? Why do you do that?
I am just a servant to mankind. Like I love, the human experience and the human relationship. There's so much as human beings that we have great to offer to each other, and it's all about the support, because really we can achieve so much more and build each other up by supporting each other than to work on your business or your life and everything else from a selfish standpoint, because no big entrepreneur or mogul, they're not successful alone. There's a team always behind them. There's support, there's people, there's coaches, there's other colleagues, family, friends, that help build them up to be successful. And that success comes in many different forms in our lives, personal growth, spiritual growth, or whatever it may be. There's still a support that's behind all of that. And with my business, what gets me up every morning is I want people to realize that they don't have to go through life alone. They don't have to go through the 9-to-5 struggle thinking they have to do it all. I'm a very independent person, and I still have to remember, like, this isn't, I don't have to do this alone. I have a team of support that I can reach out to as well. So it's really to kind of help people get in the mindset and help people to learn that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be supported. And I mean, it gives people their time and freedom to enjoy their lives more and actually be more at peace and be more relaxed. So one of the big things, my sister and I, when we talked about as why we wanted to do this, because we were so stressed out from our jobs, working in corporate America, and I mean doing the same thing over and over again. And it's like, why? And we didn't get a chance to do the fun stuff that we wanted to do in life. So we wanted to really alleviate that from people, and to really kind of help them live at ease a little bit more so they can enjoy life.
Well, that's one of the whole reasons why I left a 9-to-5. I mean, I was working at a bank, and the stress of that job was getting to me. On Sundays, every Sunday, it was like a ritual. I always compare it to football season, because I'm a big football guy. But what would happen is I'd watch football, first game go by, anything else. After the second game started, I'd start feeling a little pressure in my chest, a little anxiety start and everything else.
Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking about.
as that game goes down, as that game starts to end, and then you sit down for dinner, that pressure gets a little bit harder, a little bit thicker, and then you go ahead and by the time I was set to go to bed, I would be so wound up. I'd be so stressed out, having a panic attack literally every single Sunday. whether it was football or not. And
Right.
but every single Sunday, it was unbearable. I would have to take some form of a sleep pill or have a drink, like have something to just calm those nerves a little bit. And
Yeah.
and to be able to go out and build something that you are now in control of, it makes it a little, that I haven't had that stress again.
I agree with you there 110%. I know exactly the feeling. It's crazy that there's still people who live that life. I mean, I remember it where it's like you said, come Sunday, I mean, you're starting to like stress again before you even get back to work on Monday. And
well, not only, let me add to that. You're all stressed out on Friday. So you go ahead, and even if you go out or whatever, you're still, that stress from Friday sits.
yeah, you're just still trying to unwind. Like it's
You really don't start unwinding until like Saturday afternoon, and by
Right.
the time that then all of a sudden you're back in that theory of, oh, I got to go back to work. And
Exactly. Like, no, I don't miss that at all. And it's funny because I hear friends still talk about it, and now I look back and like, yeah, I remember what that's like. Like, feels like it's so long ago. But like, I swear, I've had way more ups and downs and struggles being an entrepreneur, just because that's just the process. But it hasn't been nearly as stressful. Like, I've never had, like you said, that tightness like in your chest and everything else. Like, I never had that.
I'm
in my
sure
journey.
you've had stress, like that tension, headaches.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that first client coming from? That kind of thing.
Right, but not that anxiety, like, oh my gosh, like work is coming back up. Like you're just so you're so like dissatisfied. Like, I mean, being an entrepreneur, yeah, there's stressful moments. Don't get me wrong, there's stressful moments, but you're satisfied knowing that you're living out your calling, your mission, and you're
absolutely.
doing something. And I mean, I'm way happier in my entrepreneurial life than I was working a 9 to 5.
Yeah, no, and I think that's really what it comes down to. I mean, everything that you talked about was have a purpose in what you're doing, have a purpose in trying to create happiness for you, and you've successfully done that. Now, obviously, I know the stress of business; it's always going to be there, and there's stress will never go away.
Right.
But if it's stress that you can manage, or if it's while you're doing something, that stress doesn't feel so heavy anymore.
Exactly.
And it seems, and from knowing you as long as I have, I know you love what you do. I know you take great pride in not just what you do, but and also what you want to give to your clients.
Right.
And I think that itself is very, very important. We only got a couple minutes left. Please let everybody know where they can find you, talk a little bit again about what you do, just that kind of thing.
Awesome. So yes, you can follow the SoFlo Guy on Facebook at www.facebook.com/SoFlo Guy, Instagram at SoFlo Guy. You go to www.sofloguy.com. You can find, my work and everything that I do there. Like I said, it's a personal assistant. I work with, small businesses, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, administrative work, back office, your anything that you need help with inside your business, I work with and deal with, and I help you manage social media, websites, databases, CRM bills, customer relations, as well as, errand service, grocery shopping, dry clean pickup, house sitting, pet sitting. I love animals. So
pretty much you're going to need to go on the website to figure out exactly where to do.
yeah,
once again.
well, the best thing to do is to give me a call. Let's have a conversation and talk
Give the
about
phone
what's
number?
that. So the phone number is 561-926-5429.
Well, Vander, I want to thank you very much for being my guest here.
Thank you, Tom.
And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Ready, set, ride. Remember when you were a kid and riding a bike was pure fun? It's time to rediscover that carefree feeling again with a Pedego electric bike. Pedego is the #1 brand of electric bikes in America because with Pedego, we put you and the customer service first. Pedego electric bikes are universally fun for all ages. Choose to pedal for exercise or throttle for full assist. Give Pedego Fort Lauderdale a call or stop in for a free bike ride. 954-652-1823. Come as you are and try a Pedigo today, where our motto is Hello Fun. 954-652-1823. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you. The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074. Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags, and made in the USA. Designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight, and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, TammyFogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
Welcome back to Tell Us Your Business. My name is Tom Hibbert. I'm your host today. I'm sitting here with David DePino. He's here to tell us a little bit about Tenet Florida Physician Services.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you, Tom, and thanks for having me. So Tenet Florida Physician Services is an employed physician group. There, I kind of twisted it too. We say TFPS for short in the healthcare world.
It's definitely a lot easier to say.
And it goes with our website too, tfpsdocs.com. So doctors, we employ physicians. So you may have heard of this employed physician model. A lot of hospitals are doing it. So the way I describe it is, think of it like we bring a doctor in, say an orthopedic surgeon, and then we take care of their PR, their marketing, their real estate, their lab coat, their business cards. All they do is provide care. They don't have to worry about staffing or anything. They're under contract with the hospital group. So Tenet owns 10 hospitals in South Florida, Tenet Health. Mm-hmm. They own 5 in Palm Beach County, 1 in Broward County, and 4 in Miami-Dade County. So they employ about 290 physicians. Now, not everyone at a hospital, every doctor at a hospital, I should say, is an employed physician. Some are just on staff, and that they may be on staff at multiple hospitals. They may have their own office that they pay for, they staff, etc. So that's a model, the employed physician group model, that's kind of going around the country. Some other big hospital organizations do it. I know HCA has one, Hospital Corporation of America. So my claim to fame is I'm their PR manager. So I do PR for 290 doctors here in South Florida, meaning press releases that you may read in the newspapers. We do patient testimonials. So if a patient's really happy about the care they receive, they loop me in, and I do that. And then the other side of it is I'm always pitching TV, media, and newspaper and radio.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Which is very tough.
How do you find time for all that?
Well, I've always liked being busy, you know. You just kind of become driven when you have a doctor that's really providing great care. And it's really neat when you have a doctor that's doing something that not really a lot of people in the world are doing. Like heart surgery. They used to do heart surgery open. Now they're doing heart surgery under a little incision through the rib.
That's insane,
and people
right?
are walking out of hospitals after having heart surgery. It's just amazing. So that drives you. I mean, you want to tell the story, want to get the word out. And I never thought I'd work in healthcare, actually. I was a former newspaper reporter, but the medical technology, the way it's moving, how fast it's moving, the deep brain stimulation programming for Parkinson's disease that's going on, that stuff inspires me. So it drives me every
It gives
day.
you a great purpose to wake up every day and actually do something that's actually good for somebody.
Yeah, and it's going to help a lot of people. And if we can tell the story, and, you know, a lot of people nowadays, when they have a health ailment, the first thing they do is go online and they search on Google. Second thing they do is watch a video of a doctor. That's how they're making decisions nowadays. So it's in the business. It's called, in a way, and I don't mean this term derogatory, but medical tourism. So God forbid you have an ailment, and maybe Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota is the best in the world at it. Would you go locally, or would you find a way to go to Mayo Clinic to save your life? That's the way I describe it.
No, and I mean, I what you just said, I do that myself before I even go to the doctor, because sometimes with doctors, some doctors tend to overprescribe medicine and that kind of stuff. What I do is I always look up and see what is good for me, what I could possibly have before I even go to the doctor.
Yeah,
because I want to make sure that both sides are there. So.
sorry, Tom.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
I was so excited to talk about Tenet. I got ahead of myself there. But we're good now. It happens on my show, too. So I should mention, though, I do 2 shows on this network. I'm on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. It's called the You and Your Doctor Show, Living a Longer and Healthier Life. So I interview doctors from Tenet, but I interview doctors also from outside of Tenet. Boca Regional is not part of Tenet. They're on the program. Broward Health. So Tenet doesn't sponsor the program, so I'm able to bring in doctors from all over.
What's the whole purpose? What's the whole reason for just
We
interviewing
want to
the
bring
doctors?
the latest in health news. So if I have an orthopedic surgeon, I want them to bring in the latest shoulder treatments or knee treatments. I'm trying to bring listeners into the doctor's mind, the way they're thinking. What's next? Medical technology is a huge one as well. And then I also do Fridays 5:30 to 6. I do the How to Stay Healthy show, and that's a little more laid back. We talk a lot about what can you do to prevent diabetes? How can I keep my heart healthy? And I also have doctors, but I'll have other healthcare. Today we had a FAU football player who wants to be an orthopedic surgeon.
I was watching that show before coming on. That was a
neat.
Fantastic show. That was fantastic.
So yeah, I'm trying to get. I went to FAU. They've got a great college of medicine, so I'm trying to get a lot of residents from their college of medicine and professors as well, because we have a lot of great physicians here in South Florida. So yeah, so those are the 2 shows that I do here, and like I said, I just want to bring the latest if I can. I know sometimes doctors are going to, get it out elsewhere and press releases on their own and whatnot. But if I can have a radio program, someone can tune in, or they can go back and grab the archive. Okay, I know David had so-and-so on. They were talking about Parkinson's disease. And if that can help someone, I mean, that makes my day.
Well, explain a little bit where people can actually find those clips, because that's a really good point.
Sure. The sponsor is All County Healthcare, INC. They're a Medicare certified agency and a home health care company. It's the website is allcountyhealthcare.com, or I actually share it from my Facebook page. They have a Facebook Live feed at All County Healthcare INC. So like I said, all the videos are there on Facebook and their website. You can even find them on YouTube as well, on Freddie, the producer's AMP2 TV Productions. And you can listen here right on WWNN 95.3 FM and 1470 AM all week long. The Health and Wealth Network, they call it.
It's a great program. It's great stuff.
Is, definitely. So that keeps me busy. I have a 9-month-old daughter, Daisy. She turned my 9-month-old yesterday.
Well, congratulations
so
for that.
that's keeping me going.
Is she first?
First.
Oh wow,
yeah.
I have 2 myself.
Wow, okay.
I have one that's 4 and one that's I don't like saying 18 months, but she's 18 months, a year and a half.
You can say that up to the first couple of years, right?
Yeah, it just feels weird, but But yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's pretty
So
tough
that's
sometimes.
your daughter, and then
I have my son is 4 and my daughter's
Oh, wow.
18 months, so it's
Nice.
crazy.
congratulations. That's awesome.
No, it's fantastic. And so, you said you were explaining you also had some other stuff that you do. For,
Oh, yeah.
what's called. So
I also
explain a
stay
little bit
busy.
about
My wife's a pastry chef, so actually, it's Love Katie Cakes. I don't know if everyone can see that, but I'll give out the info. She specializes in paleo, gluten-free, vegan, and regular sweets. She's a certified pastry chef. We do the downtown Delray Beach Green Market every Saturday 9 to 2. So we'll be out there tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
It's Old School Square, Delray Beach. If you just head east on Atlantic, you can't miss Old
just
School
run
Square
right
in
into it.
downtown Delray. That's where it's at. So I help a lot with that. I was actually baking late last night because she had a busy week. She had a wedding cake and a couple other cakes as well. She did a cake for Freddie and Dawn's show. It was Dawn's birthday last week. She did this unicorn cake, and people are talking about it. So that's on Facebook. It's Love Katie Cakes. On Instagram, it's at Love Katie Cakes. So people can take a look there. Numbers 561-635-5831 or lovekatiecakes@gmail.com. That's Katie with a K and cakes with a K. So I help out there. And lastly, Tom, I'm the
Jeez.
writer for the Boca newspaper and Delray newspaper. So DelrayNewspaper.com and BocaNewspaper.com. I'm one of their writers. I've been on board with them for almost 5 years freelance, and I enjoy writing about community news.
Okay.
Don't put me at a city commission meeting, the editors. No, do not. I'll fall asleep. But any community news, I actually did an article on this program. I cover a lot of sports. We cover a lot of FAU sports. We cover a lot of sports in Delray, like the Surf Festival, the Delray Beach Open every year, the tennis tournament that just happened. I even try to get out to senior PGA golf when it's at Broken Sound in Boca. Kind of off the beat sports, that aren't always covered that well. I even cover LPGA when they're in town. I love doing that.
Well, there's a lot
women's
of
tennis.
events. There's a lot of stuff like that going on all the time. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so that keeps me busy. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but nowadays they want you to write 400-word stories, so it's really not as bad as it used to be when we used to write 1,000-word stories. So it's changed a lot, the landscape.
But you yourself, I mean, you do a lot in general, working with Tenant, working with the newspaper, working with the radio show. How do you manage all that?
Well, I had a great college background. Went to FAU, multimedia journalism, so I learned broadcast journalism. I learned TV. I don't do much TV besides this, but I learned online and print, and that helped me a lot. I learned time management. Used to be a chef, so I learned a lot about organization and running a kitchen. Sous chef. I was never the head chef, I should say. So that's helped out a lot. And I had Antonio Woods on today. I played football, so I feel like football taught me a lot about teamwork and focusing on, a subject and getting it done, whether it was, winning a game or getting X amount of yards, or nowadays getting a story done on time on deadline.
No, it's
Or getting here in traffic in time for the show. So
that's usually the biggest problem, right? It's just the traffic. That's
in South Florida with this job. I mean, I got doctors from Jupiter to Coral Gables, so I have to. If I'm going down to Miami, it's got to be midday.
You got to plan that out right, just right.
This time of the year, yeah, definitely.
So, and then let's see what So let's see. With what you got going on with everything else, why do you do everything that you do? Why do you take that time?
I've always liked to stay busy from day one. My parents, I mean, even though I'm a big guy, my parents have always said, from day one, you're always moving. So I'm pretty much 5:30 in the morning to like midnight. I mean, that's my time to shine. So
Perfect.
Keeping busy keeps me out of trouble, to be honest with you. I've never had any issues. But, I like to stay busy. I find when I'm staying busy in life, everything kind of falls together. You know what I mean?
No, that's perfect.
Definitely.
We have another guest coming up. I want to just real quick explain to everybody where they can find you, where they can come up to with you.
Sure,
how they
I'm
can
going
learn
to
about
use the
you.
time. Tenant Florida Physician Services, Employed Physician Group, TFPSDocs.com. That's TFPSDocs. TheHealthThePeople.com. And thanks, Tom, for having me. I know you have another great guest on the way.
No, thank you so much for that. And then, so we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Ready, set, ride. Remember when you were a kid and riding a bike was pure fun? It's time to rediscover that carefree feeling again with a Pedego electric bike. Pedego is the #1 brand of electric bikes in America because with Pedego, we put you and the customer service first. Pedego electric bikes are universally fun for all ages. Choose to pedal for exercise or throttle for full assist. Give Pedego Fort Lauderdale a call or stop in for a free bike ride. 954-652-1823. Come as you are and try a Pedego today, where our motto is Hello Fun. 954-652-1823. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight, and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, TammyFogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
And we're back to Tell Us Your Business. I'm your host, Tom Hibbert. I'm sitting here with John Kelly with All County Healthcare, Inc. How you doing today, John?
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us. Before we go on, I do want to let everybody know about SoFlo Mixers. I'm the host of SoFlo Mixers, and we host networking events all throughout South Florida. We have a big event happening in Boca Raton, Florida.
Great.
It's in Meisner. It's at the Meisner Park at Ouzo Bay. It's on April 9th. It's at 11:30. You can check that out at SoFlo Mixers on Facebook, facebook.com/SoFlo Mixer. And it's going to be a fantastic event with all based around building referral networking, building referrals, building that kind of thing. So once again, John, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about what makes All County Healthcare a great company?
Well, give you a little history on All County. All County Healthcare is a home health care agency. We cover all 3 counties, including Palm Beach County, Broward County, and Miami-Dade County. We send caregivers into people's homes that are homebound, that are covered by Medicare, and we take care of them. We've been doing this for over 25 years. We have some of the best caregivers in the business, and we like to let everybody know that the patient's needs always come first. That's what our boss says.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's fantastic, but what is IPV therapy?
Oh, okay. IPV therapy it stands for interpulmonary percussive ventilation therapy. What it is it's a device that All County Healthcare invested a lot of money in to have for patients, especially those suffering from COPD, pneumonia, or even asthma. You see, our head respiratory therapist, Edward Salazar, has been doing this for over 40 years. He's got that much experience in dealing with respiratory ailments. Okay, so basically what we did was when this kind of equipment came along several years back, our owner invested the money into it. He believed in it, and he saw the tremendous success that we had in treating patients, especially with COPD, with it. It's a device similar to the nebulizer device, but what it does is it gives you spurts, little low-end spurts of air that goes into your lungs, and it opens up your lungs and allows the secretions to fall out so you can bring it up and clear your lungs. It's been very, very successful with so many of our patients over the years, and we're just so happy that we're able to offer it to our patients.
That sounds extremely impressive and extremely beneficial for all your patients. But how can people find out? How can people find out about Move about All County?
Well, basically, All County Healthcare, we have a wonderful website. You can go to www.allcountyhealthcare.com, and you can see all our information about what we do. You can see testimonials. You can go in detail about our IPV therapy. You can see videos of when we interview doctors. See, because we host a radio show, You and Your Doctor, Living a Longer and Healthier Life, which is on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m., as well as on Fridays, we just had one, from 5:30 to 6 p.m. And that, of course, is on WNN Radio, which you're listening to now, 95.3 FM and 1470 AM. You can see all that on our website. Plus, it explains in detail what we do, how we do it, and how we can help your loved ones. See, we are very passionate about helping people get back to good health. And that's what really sets us apart from a lot of home health agencies is our mottos: give the patient what they need and keep the patients happy. Okay, we really do our very best to put forth the best caregivers, therapists, nurses, and caregivers into your home to take care of you, because it's just so important. When a patient leaves a hospital or leaves a doctor's office and they're homebound and they need somebody special to come into their home to make them feel comfortable and to take care of them. And as we all know, down here in South Florida, we have a very, very high population of seniors, which we absolutely love. Our seniors, need care most of the time, and a lot of them are homebound. They're not able to get about to doctor's visits, to go out to see a therapist. Yeah, it really is. And, it's dangerous out there. So our company will send these caregivers right to the home, and we will take care of them. We follow all the doctor's orders, of course, and we want them to get back to the best health that they can be.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. And one of the ways that you let people know about All County and stuff, I hear you guys got an event at the Food and Wine Festival in Las Olas.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. On April 20th at 7 o'clock, we will be hosting an exhibit. We're actually teaming up with Dr. Keith Robinson from Fusion Health.
Oh, wow.
Which is in Fort Lauderdale as well. He has an office right on Oakland Park. So we're teaming up with him, and we're having an exhibit. We're actually, what we did is we're going to have an oxygen bar right there next to our exhibit table, and we're going to have information about our IPV therapy to help people who have pulmonary and respiratory issues, as well as we're going to introduce them to Dr. Keith Robinson, who does a wonderful job. This event, we've been very much looking forward to it. Once again, on April 20th, it's going to be on Las Olas. You can go to a couple of different sites to get tickets. The American Lung Association of South Florida is actually co-sponsoring the event. You can go to them to get tickets. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. We're very much looking forward to it. So come down and see us. We're going to have an exhibit. It's going to be near the entrance to the event right there on Las Olas. Come allow us to educate you. Meet Dr. Keith Robinson, myself, as well as several other caregivers from All County Healthcare. It's going to be really a super time, and we look forward to it.
No, that's and putting on an event like that isn't always easy. So how go into a little bit about what you guys went into creating this event. Go into a little bit on that.
Okay. Well, we've been teaming up with the American Lung Association and Lung Force Expo and going to several other events so we can help educate the public, especially those with the COPD, the asthma, and the pneumonia issues. You see, a big problem that we're having down here in South Florida is a lot of people with these ailments are getting readmitted into the hospital. They're having serious health issues, and they're having reoccurrences happen. So a lot of times what happens is they get discharged, they get sent home, and they get an infection, or something worse happens to them, and they need to go back into the hospital. So what we're doing is we're really stepping forward with this IPV therapy and letting everybody know how wonderful it is, how successful we have been with patients, how much it's helped patients open up their airways, allow them to do the normal activities that they love to do. And this is really what we are focusing on, majority, and this is why we're teaming up with the American Lung Association.
That's fantastic. And where can people get tickets again so that they know about this on April 20th?
They can go to the American Lung Association of South Florida's website, or they can go to their Facebook page. You can even go to our Facebook page, and you'll see a link there, and you'll see this blogged as an event upcoming. Once again, it's April 20th. And it's going to be on Las Olas at 7 p.m. It's going to be a great night. We really look forward to it.
That's fantastic. And John, I want to thank you for joining us. And I want to thank everybody for listening out today. So we'll tune in next week, and we'll be here. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate being on.